بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم. في هذا الصباح البارد اليوم راح يكون معنا في الاستوديو الدكتوره البيطريه جيل مولين، وهي دكتوره طبعا تتعامل مع الحيوانات، وفي كثير من العالم طبعا يهتمون بتربيه الحيوانات. اليوم راح نتقابل معها وراح نطرح معها بعض الاسئله، فهي دكتوره ايضا وجراحه. Good morning to you, Dr. Jill Mولين. Well, today we're going to talk about the pets in general, and we would like to know what sort of pets do people keep. يعني نوع الحيوانات اللي الناس تحتفظون فيها بالبيت.
There's quite a variety of pets which are kept. The most common ones, the ones that we most often see, the most popular, tends to be cats. You know, very, very suitable for indoor keeping. But also dogs, a lot of dogs, and people here really love the birds. Lots of birds.
Well, what can the people do so that they keep their dogs healthy? يعني أن يحتفظوا بكلابهم أو حيواناتهم بصحة.
I think if you choose to have a dog, then there's some very simple steps that you can do to make sure that your pet stays healthy. By using preventative medicine, you can stop having big disasters. So common things like making sure you feed a good diet, taking vaccinations, also grooming, exercising, sterilizing, all good things.
And what do you think the common diseases that the animals carry, or that are commonly seen?
It depends on which animals you're talking about. For the dogs, probably the commonest one that we see is parvovirus infection, which is a virus diarrhea.
الإسهال بالنسبة
للكلاب. Vomiting, very bad diarrhea.
والتقيؤ.
But it is something which can be prevented by
ممكن يعني
vaccination. It's worth taking
التحصين منه أو.
With the cats, we see an awful lot
بالنسبة
of flu,
للقطط.
with the sneezing, the running eyes.
الإسعاء الزكام.
Ringworm, which can be a little bit.
What was that? Last
ringworm, fungus.
Yeah, the fungus. That is in the intestine or
No, on the skin.
على الجلد بالنسبة للقطط. Okay. And what about the birds? بالنسبة للطيور.
The birds have quite a severe virus disease. We see it quite a lot in the young birds which have been
فيروسات قوية جدا بالنسبة
and it
للطيور.
causes paralysis.
تسبب
In
الشلل
very, very young birds. It causes
بالنسبة للطيور
paralysis.
صغيرة.
And unfortunately they will die.
وفي من سوء الحظ انهم يموتون في بالأخير.
Virus.
I see. And could that be prevented? ممكن تحصين الطيور منه؟
Unfortunately, no. With the virus disease of birds at the moment, there is no vaccination. There is no.
لا يوجد تعقيم بالنسبة للطيور.
So I think the most important thing is to make sure you buy a bird which is healthy.
أهم شيء شراء الطير وهو في صحة جيدة. I see.
To keep them strong.
I see. Well, and as I've heard down there that today is the day of the rabbit.
Yes, I heard
and I don't know about that. Could you give us an idea? اليوم يقال إنه يوم الأرنب العالمي.
It apparently is an American tradition. It's something I'm not aware of. But I
تقليد
know
أمريكي.
certainly throughout the world there are various species awareness
هناك كثير
campaigns
أنواع وفصائل
to raise
عديدة
welfare
بالنسبة
issues about
للأرانب.
various species. And Rabbit Awareness Week, okay, is where
أسبوع توعية بالنسبة
vets
للأرنب.
and charities and so on look
يقومون
into
بأعمال
making
خيرية
sure that this
بتجمع
particular
تبرعات
species
للأرانب.
is being well looked after. So making sure that people are aware they need good diet, they need space for exercise, they need to
بأنه يحتاج
get
إلى
sun,
التغذية
like this.
والتمارين. I don't know what sort of exercises.
For a
I
rabbit,
mean,
just
for
space for
rabbits.
running.
Yeah.
Space for
الجري
running and
فقط.
playing.
أن يكون له مكان للجري. Well, that's very interesting. Do they keep the rabbits inside the house? Is that okay? نحتفظ بالأرانب داخل البيت.
Most people here do, because obviously during the summer particularly it's too hot for them to be outside.
إيه الجو حار فلازم يحطونهم
But
داخل
even if
البيت.
they're living inside, they need time, at least every day, 1 hour, something like that, out with the natural sun.
يحتاجون
They need it
للشمس
for the vitamins, they need it for the bones. They get osteoporosis.
للعظام وللأسنان وفيتامينات. You've told me something about the teeth of the rabbits. إذا لم يتعرضوا للشمس, they're not exposed.
The thinnest bone. And if they don't get out in the sun, they can't use their vitamin D. Without vitamin D,
يحتاجون إلى الشمس علشان فيتامين دي، وإلا الأسنان تتساقط والعظام تتأثر.
Because the bone is so thin.
Yeah, so العظام تحتاج للشمس, so they need the sun.
Every day.
Yeah, every day. Yeah, and not I don't believe not Kuwait sun. You know how hot it is in the summer. صيف الكويت حار جدا. Yeah. So it's just how long would that be? I mean daily.
During the summer, obviously, when it gets incredibly hot, you're looking at getting them out very, very early in the morning, like 5 o'clock, before it gets too hot, and then you can protect them later in the day.
وحماية الحيوان الأرانب فيما بعد طيلة النهار. Okay, and what do you think about the diseases that the pets give to their owners? الأمراض اللي ينقلها الحيوانات لأصحابها قليلة جدا.
The commonest one is the one we've just mentioned before, which is ringworm, the fungus on the skin.
بالنسبة لحساسية الجلد.
Just a skin infection. It causes irritation.
التهاب في الجلد.
And discoloration on your skin. But
ويتحول لون
الجلد. The other one, which is commonly talked about, is toxoplasmosis, which is the disease which pregnant women have the most fear of. Okay.
وهو مرض تخشاه النساء.
Around about 60% of women have already been exposed to it and developed immunity.
60% من النساء تعرضن له.
The only danger is if the cats are exposed to the infection during the time that they're pregnant.
أي طبعا خطورته أثناء
But
الحمل.
it's not that common condition in the cats
بس هو مو
here in
منتشر.
Kuwait, because cats here don't hunt. And simple things like making sure you wash your hands,
غسل اليد.
changing the litter tray regularly, and so on. It's not a big danger.
Changing, sorry, what was
the
that?
litter.
The litter. تغيير
toilet for the cat.
تغيير يعني تنظيف الحيوان بشكل عام والبيئة اللي عايش فيها. And what about the animal overpopulation?
It's a big problem.
مشكلة كبيرة بالنسبة لتكاثر عدد الحيوانات.
in Kuwait, but throughout the world. And
في جميع أرجاء العالم.
We recommend that if you are going to have a pet, you think carefully to make sure that you're going to be able to take care of it for
على
the whole
العناية
of its life.
بالحيوان عند الاحتفاظ به.
5, 10, even 20 years in some cases.
قد يعيش أحيانا إلى 20 سنة.
50 years, it's a long time.
وقد يعيش الطيور 50 سنة.
If you do decide you're going to get a pet, you want to stop the population there. So we
وإذا
recommend
نحتفظ بالحيوانات يجب أن
so that
نعقمهم
you don't end up with unwanted puppies, unwanted kittens, which then
عشان لا تتكاثر الحيوانات بشكل
fill the
كبير.
animal shelters.
ويحتاجون بالتالي إلى ملاجئ.
Maybe even better than that is to, instead of buying a pet, take one from one of the animal shelters. There's 2 very good animal shelters here in Kuwait.
وعندنا في الكويت وايد كثير من الملاجئ للحيوانات بدل شراء الحيوانات الجديدة، فقد تكون مسؤولية بالنسبة للناس. Well, what about the poisoning of street animals? تسمم الحيوانات في الشوارع.
That has been quite a large public issue. The ministry
قضية
have
كبيرة
responded
صارت.
by undertaking to stop the poisoning of the street animals, the street dogs and the street cats. And last month,
بالنسبة للكلاب
we undertook some training of the
والقطط
government vets
الضالة.
and some of the contractors to teach them humane methods for euthanasia when it's necessary.
What was that?
We're teaching humane methods, more humane than putting down
I
poison.
see. المحافظة يعني معاملتهم بشكل إنساني بالنسبة للحيوانات الضالة.
But also trapping and sterilizing the animals and releasing them back into the areas where they've come from, in the areas where they're welcome.
إعادة الحيوانات إلى أماكنها الطبيعية وتعقيمها. ولدينا كثير هنا بالكويت جمعيات خيرية بالنسبة للحيوانات وتعقيم الكلاب هي تنصح بتعقيم الكلاب والقطط هنا في شوارع الكويت. And can I ask you what sort of animal do you keep at home? نوع الكلب تحتفظون فيه؟
I'm out of the house too many hours every day, maybe 12 hours every day. It doesn't give me time to enjoy a pet. In the UK, I have
مشغولة جدا في الكويت يمكن أكثر من 12 ساعة بس يمكن في المملكة المتحدة على. You do have in the UK.
In the UK, yes.
Yes, we have animals. What sort of animals do you like? Your favorite animal? حيوانك المفضل?
It's not so much about a favorite species as favorite personality. Some cats, some dogs. They're more outgoing, they're more friendly, they love to see me. Those are the ones I like,
I see.
whether they're cats or dogs.
Okay, we're done.
Perfect.
Okay, thank you very